It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Detroit Lions and the Philadelphia Eagles. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. That was well played there defensively. Two tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted. They go play action with Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way. Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly. And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option. You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh? Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Another run with Sanders. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here. And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And able to work his way down to the 16. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. And this one a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now a guy who went to prep school right here in Philly, DeAndre Swift. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 71 yards. And the Lions have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them, because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. After the sack on first down, Jackson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions will take over here just shy of the 30. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
18 Cardinal.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Eagles 3.
This thrown quickly out to Jones. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now this throw caught left side. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 44 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend, sure that he's right.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And this is caught by Watkins. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line. Let's go now.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jackson. And one more time, that's Watkins. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week one as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is a unit that's depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10.
Hey, check that, street.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Another run here with Sanders. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas got it from 3 yards out, and the Eagles have cut it back within a score. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14 to 10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here. So it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Hassan Reddick from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run right here with Swift. And some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 19 and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Back to 60. Mustang 19.
Now back to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They have their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Cap 60. Cap 60. Cap.
He'll look to throw. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. It's a gain of 34.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Eagles 10. Tyler Bass set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson. Looking here for Smith downfield. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jamison Williams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play, and they'll accept that penalty.
Tyler Bass sends the kickoff.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's caught by Sanders. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Right side to Williams. And he spins past him and into space. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Dances by him. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run here with Swift. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Got a man, it's Brown. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
To throw is Jackson. A quick throw, but incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Jackson. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goddard. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
It's a second down. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. He's at the 40. 20. 10. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. So this, and now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still fourth down upcoming. The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. No gain on the play there. Second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So the incomplete pass there, but the roughing the passer call bails them out.
Which means you have to stay on the field on defense longer because you've given the offense free snaps, not to mention the free yardage after that mistake.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
They're going to look to throw.
And his pass incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 27. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
Yeah, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. Second and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence and playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Sliding out of them, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Jackson's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Cup 19. Next pass.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
Warriors 70.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 58 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
1st down, and they go with Swift again. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in chunk.
Touchdown! Jamison Williams. 28 yards. And the Lions are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And Sanders has got it complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Philadelphia picking up the 1st on a gain of 15.
That's good for an Eagles.
Jackson on 1st down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Tracy Walker in on the tackle. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Okay, ready.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Slot man moves right.
Buffalo 18.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they take a knee.
Ready.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Ready.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Lions, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants.